The parable of the shrewd manager is one of those teachings of Jesus that often gets people thinking deeply because it sounds unusual at first. It is found in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 16, and it tells the story of a manager who was accused of wasting his master's possessions. When the master called him to give an account, the manager realized that he was about to lose his job. He thought to himself, "What will I do? I'm not strong enough to dig, and I'm too ashamed to beg." So he came up with a clever plan. He went to his master's debtors and reduced their debts. For example, if someone owed 100 measures of oil, he told him to make it 50. If another owed 100 measures of wheat, he told him to make it 80. By doing this, he hoped that when he lost his job, those people would welcome him into their homes. Now, what's surprising in this parable is that the master actually commended the dishonest manager for being shrewd, not for being dishonest, but for being wise in using the opportunity he had. Jesus then explained that the people of the world are often more shrewd in dealing with their own kind than the people of light. He went further to say, "Make friends for yourselves with worldly wealth, so that when it fails, you will be welcomed into eternal dwellings." This means that Jesus was not praising dishonesty, but he was pointing to the wisdom of using what you have now to secure something greater in the future. The lesson here is very powerful. The shrewd manager looked at his situation and thought about the future. He knew he couldn't keep his job, so he used the little time and power he had to prepare for what was ahead. Jesus wants us to think in the same way, but not for temporary things. He wants us to use our time, our resources, our gifts, and even our money in ways that will matter for eternity. Instead of wasting what we have or clinging to it as if it will last forever, we should use it in service, in helping others, in building God's kingdom, and in touching lives. Because one day, all the things we hold on to will fail us. Wealth will not last forever, jobs will not last forever, even our strength will not last forever. But the impact we make with what we have will echo into eternity. Another lesson we can take is about faithfulness. After telling the parable, Jesus added that whoever is faithful with very little will also be faithful with much, and whoever is dishonest with little will also be dishonest with much. So he was teaching us that how we handle small things, how we handle money, opportunities, and resources, reflects how we can be trusted with greater things. At the end of the day, he reminded his listeners that no one can serve two masters. You cannot serve both God and money. This parable challenges us to pause and think. How are we using what God has put in our hands? Are we being wise or careless? Are we living only for today, or are we preparing for eternity? Are we serving God with what we have, or are we letting money and possessions control us? The shrewd manager was commended because he thought ahead. In the same way, God is calling us to think beyond this life, to use what we have in ways that bring glory to Him and blessings to others. So the next time you read this story, don't get stuck on the idea of dishonesty, but look at the wisdom Jesus wanted us to see. Use your time wisely. Use your resources with purpose. Be faithful with the little things, and God will trust you with greater things. And with that, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope this teaching has opened your heart to see the parable of the shrewd manager in a new light. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this helpful. Until next time, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and I'll see you again soon. God bless you.